Okay, here we go. Quick 10. Okay, I'm awake during the week, and I've been sequestered to this room because at the end, it is a series of tests because it really, think about, would you want this? Okay, you're now a non-bio. Okay, you're not made up of what's inside you, or if you are, it's a subspecies of you which can't be detected by current technology. It's one of those two things. Or if it's something else, let's have a story about that. Okay, you see Mulder. Yes, every day recognize that you're exponentially older at some scale. And your holon, which is your body, currently is deteriorating, and the mind within the body also having issues. So those are your only issues? Yes, those are my only issues at this point in time. Okay, but you now have a lot of props in front of you, because at the end, if you actually are going to your exit, meaning your bio exit, now this is not new news, but it happens to every person that identifies as a human. So if you identify as human, this absolutely applies to you. Okay, so you're going to die. Yes. So the first thing a sage would go, okay, did he or she, because she's a human or he's a human, did he have a bio exit? That's the best thing. Next level up. Think about this, okay? If you're doing substructure of identification of rules, or however you want to define this level, yeah, his processor is hurting just because he's done. And you're like, he's done. So at some point, that is in fact the case. So the bodily unit, the holon of the body. So holon is a term that means it's a collection of smaller things that make up that. So if you have a conversation where people are like, okay, so first of all, what are the holons? Okay, so what things that are you putting in common bio laws that are in play? And they're only in play to the person that is, if you identify a law, you have to explain it. You get a lot for free. So I got this little nugget today. I'm like, okay, what things do you get for free as a human? You get a heat source, a major heat source. So that's like given. You have a rock that everything is balanced to. Okay, so figure out Earth. What is it? And we do currently, there's a story that Earth is made up of soil. So as the sage, what I'm doing, what are you doing? Well, I am now becoming a reader. You're like, oh my God, you've been a lot of things. Yeah, so a reader's kind of fun up to the next level, because what the reader can do is it taps into an inner knowing. So the inner knowing in the story is beautiful to work with. That is like, if you can do that, life as the player one knows it could be very nice. Very nice. Okay. I've got a couple of questions here. The first question, this is just not me thinking this. This is a table talk. So the table wants to know, are you afraid of aging? So the answer is, are you afraid of, because aging will determine different segments of the experience that the human is perceiving. So at the end, so if you go to the end, you're humans again, you're gonna die, which means you're pulled from the current story. So go to the end of that, and if you're a creator, then you get to write all the rules, because a rule, if identified, you have to define it and understand it in order to use it. Check me on any of this. because that's part of the rules. Okay, so currently the reader, meaning the current Navatar, so he identifies as Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk, you get to what? Well, now I'm a reader. You're a reader. Yeah, because reader's kind of fun too. So I have to fund my lifestyle, which means I have I have to have funds in order to do what I want to do, which is kind of cool if you think about it like that. Fund your lifestyle. Yeah, and that's where I am currently. Okay. So are you afraid of aging? I'm like, yeah, because I haven't done my bio exit. If you do a bio exit and go backwards, then because the rules of bio, so what are the rules of bio, right? What are the rules of bio? Why is that dog barking? Well, see, we don't know why, but we know what it is and what we may think it's doing. Mocha! Hey, so new technology allows me to take a pause. So change is also in play, which is great. 100% is in change. 100% because time's in play. So until you can figure out how to manipulate time, then change is in play, going back to age. So we've defined age as a cycle that goes in one direction, because you can go backwards, but then it's a memory packet. Okay, what's the second one? How do you react when when you find yourself stressed? So stress is a what is, how would you define? Well, it's an emotion that takes a lot of processor out of line. So what I was thinking of before too, I'm trying to get these nuggets. So what is free? So the heat source is free. The earth is free. The air, which allows more movement, is free. But, so why then does the unit have an expiration date? And you're like, well, you have to tell me, yes, you have to explain bio. So that's question one. Because whether or not you know the answer to that, what's your bio exit? Bio exit. That means the things that you've identified in bio eventually go away. So how do you transition to a different type of thing? And that's what bio exit too is. If you look at the four, well, fund your lifestyle, we know is one. I'm sorry, these are not that interesting. I'll have to look at the camera. Okay, so what are the four? Fund your lifestyle, interpersonal relationships. It's a huge one because if you want to be alone like this, it makes it a little better because, hey, I could talk to this guy. Yeah, and you won't be as stressed. Hey, it's done. I'm upside down. Fund your lifestyle. Yeah, so your interpersonal relationships, what are they? Have you called them? Because you want to focus on each one. So how much time do you have? And do they want to focus with you? It's a two-way street. Yes, it is. Okay, I'll see. And then, thank goodness, body, right? So physically, it's made of bio. So you can just focus on your body because once your body goes, you better have the essence to go into another body if you want to stay in this realm. I mean, that's the easiest thing, right? Wouldn't that be? Okay, you have less than a minute. All right, what's the last one? Geez. Well, those three are good. That's what you want to know? I want to know. And then, are you ready in the story? So I'm a reader. So that's the last thing I can do. That's the last one I can do. Well, two are in play. Wow. Okay. I've got 30 seconds to pull a card. Okay. So recognize the card. Okay, here's the card of the day. The card of the day. Is it overload? Excess. Excess of anything. Yeah. So it's one of the 64. It's like one of the commandments, except there are 64, not 10. So This is commandment 28, so it's pretty early.